Hey Salem Covenant, so my name is Nick and I'm here with Nancy and she is going to tell us more about why she loves Operation Christmas Child so much.
Hi everyone, as Nick said, I'm Nancy and Jasmine reached out to me and asked me to share why I love shoeboxes because they are my passion.
That's not just shoeboxes though, right? It's what happens with the shoeboxes.
It's what's in the shoeboxes, it's what happens when the kids receive the shoeboxes. It's just the whole picture, the whole thing. So I've been doing shoeboxes for years, but a number of years ago I found some ladies on YouTube who are called OCC shoebox unboxings. And they take their shoeboxes and they unbox them. And you could see what they put in them. And I just got so many ideas from these ladies that I would have never done that put this fire in me to make my boxes more special. And it doesn't cost that much more money to do it.
So Nancy, was there an initial reason or story why you kind of wanted to get into or inspired you to get more into these boxes?
Well, every Christmas I would watch my grandkids open their gifts. And they would open up one, and there'd be some excitement, and then immediately they wanted to go on to the next one. And it's just tossed aside.
Classic.
And then, can we do the stockings now? And now they're done, and everything's just sitting there, and it just wasn't great enthusiasm. And so when I watched the videos from Samaritan's Purse and these kids opening these boxes, and I thought, I just had more excitement about doing the boxes because I knew that they were going to love everything I put in there, unlike my grandchildren.
We won't name names, you know.
No.
It wasn't me. I never did that.
Years ago, I heard a story on Samaritan's Purse on the radio about a girl, what her favorite gift was in her shoebox, and it was one of these combs. And so that stayed with me forever. And so I always pack one of those combs in my girls' boxes.
Just a very simple comb.
It's very simple, and you can get them at the dollar store for $1.50.
Wow.
So cheap. Another idea that I saw from the YouTube channel was, and these ladies all check with Samaritan's Purse to see if these items are okay to send, and is a mirror, but it has to be able to close. And they talked about how some of these children have never even looked at themselves.
Oh, wow.
And so when I pack these, I think about what child is going to get this mirror, and will it be the first time that they've looked at themselves?
And that's just such a foreign thought because not only do we have mirrors galore, but we also have cell phones and even just a pane of glass. You can kind of see yourself in it. So it just,
Yeah. So these are fun. And again, these are at the dollar store for $1.50. Another idea is from Walmart. You can get these in the party section, and they're just stencils and don't take up a lot of room, and they're cheap, but kids will enjoy them. Another idea was on the back of your shoebox is decorate the back of the shoebox just to add extra joy, to send a message, and it just makes the box more special.
Wow.
Another thing I learned was taking things out of packages. Now that sounds weird, but you get way more stuff in your boxes if you take it out of the packaging. And so like this doll, I took out of the packaging, but I order organza bags from Amazon and still keep her special, looking like she is new.
Because this doesn't take up almost any space.
No, but the box, I would have been able to get way less stuff in there. And another idea was sticking the notebooks and the coloring books and anything else, sticking them in the side and then pushing them down instead of putting them on the bottom to take up more room. And so that was a great idea for me to try to get more stuff into my box. Another idea is I buy a lot of these shoe boxes. I like the ones that have the lock on the end. But I used to put tissue paper so that kids couldn't see what was inside the clear box. Well, somebody had the idea of a bandana. And so, which is, again, another gift. You can get these for $1 at Hobby Lobby. And so it just covers up my stuff.
Genius.
So they can't see inside the box. And there we go. So that's what's excited me to do the shoe boxes. I can get more in them and just find new ways to bless them with the lid covers and just extra special things.
So how long have you been doing Operation Christmas Child?
A long time. A long time. I know I used to take my grandson with me and I'd let him do a box. And so every year I always did a couple boxes, but now that I have this new passion, I do more. And just the excitement of knowing that I heard a story one time about a boy who all he got was a box of socks. And they felt so bad. They were going to give him a new box. And he started crying. He said, no, I prayed for socks.
Yeah.
And so when I pack my shoe boxes, I think about, and I ask God to help me find what he wants me to put in these shoe boxes, that some child that gets my box maybe prayed and asked for something that's just special in my box. I did one thing I learned through YouTube was doing theme boxes. And so you might do a Ninja Turtle box or a Barbie box or just a Disney box, a Minnie Mouse, whatever. And I did an Encanto box. It was my first theme box I did. And I had it almost done last year. I was going to try to send it, and God just put it on my heart to save it for this year.
Really?
So I think there's a girl out there who wants an Encanto doll.
Yeah.
And it's in my box, and it's coming this year.
So the cool thing about when you say that, like, that kid prayed for socks.
Yeah.
And he got a box full of socks.
Just socks.
So I have another story like that. At the last church that we were at, we also did Operation Christmas Child. And I heard a story of a child who was on the spectrum who we kept on praying for the box that he sent. He sent a box, like, specifically. And so Operation Christmas Child encourages, people to pray for the boxes that they send. And so this child continued to pray. And after, it was months later, and he was like, no, we're going to pray. And his family's like, come on, like, can we just...
Yeah.
But recently, you can track your boxes.
Right.
And so the cool thing is that one day, like 4 months later, he told his family, like, no, we don't need to pray anymore.
Wow.
No, we're good. He sensed that from the Spirit.
Okay.
And like 2 weeks later, they got an email from Operation Christmas Child saying that there was a delay in getting their package. Like, there was a shipping delay, something happened. But finally, the box got to where it needed to go, like a couple days or a week later. Okay. And so for this child to be so in tune with the Spirit, to know, to continue to pray for the boxes, I'm even kind of getting chills right now thinking about that. Yeah. So it is amazing the impact that these boxes can make. Can you talk a little bit about, it's not just delivering a Christmas box, what else do they do?
Well, there's different churches that host this. They're trained, and then they present it on that day. They do a party type thing, and they present Christ. And so these kids are given the opportunity and the materials to experience salvation. Yeah. And so and these gifts to them are kind of presented like gifts from God. Right. And that people from America or wherever who are sending these boxes, that we love them and that we're sending our love for God to them, tucked in these boxes, because we care so much, not only about their joy, but also their salvation. Yeah. And so, and that the other thing I do is, which is different, is that I shop all year long. And so I look for deals all year long, and I buy school supplies in September when they come out, when they're cheaper. And so shoe boxes are in my life all year long. So that's why I'm so excited about them.
That's awesome.
Oh, and Nick, one more thing I wanted to tell you that I learned about was that the 10 to 14-year-old box is the least that they get. Okay. And the next one is 2 to 4. Okay. And the most that they get is 5 to 9. Yeah. So there's three separate age groups. Right. And you're telling me the young and the older don't get nearly as many as the middle. Right. Okay. Right. And so then if they don't have enough 10 to 14-year-old boxes, they have to go to a 5 to 9-year-old box. Yeah, okay. Or even if there's not enough 2 to 4, they have to go to the 5 to 9. And so then kids really aren't getting age-appropriate items. Yeah. And so that motivated me to do more of the older and younger boxes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So I hope that this encourages you and inspires you to participate with Operation Christmas Child this year. And we'll see you next week and at the packing party, I think on November 23rd. But I'll put a date down here if I'm wrong. But until then, happy shopping and happy packing.